What's up guys, it's Toby here and welcome to the Napoli-Liverpool post-match analysis video, and let me know what did you think of the game, because I'm absolutely fuming. I'm livid, I'm so angry, because this was a game that Liverpool had in the palm of their hands. We had the chances, especially in the second half, to win this game. Because if Liverpool scored to make it 1-0, if you say Liverpool were dominant in the first 30 minutes of the second half, and we had so many opportunities to finish this game off. Mane was running at one defender with Salah next to him, and he completely messes up his pass. And it doesn't pick out Salah. He overhits the pass and the chance is gone. And that was at 0-0. Salah had a chance where the goalkeeper made a world-class save. Adrian made probably the save of the season before that. I have to give huge credit to Napoli. They also had some chances. Mertens almost scored after, a brilliant cross. Van Dijk had one of his worst games in a Liverpool shirt. He mistimed that header and missed the ball completely, and it was only because Adrian's absolutely monumental world-class save that Liverpool stayed in the game at 0-0. Van Dijk misjudged the ball, and Van Dijk also gifted Napoli the second goal, which was, I think, very unlucky. He wanted it to pass to Robertson. It went between Robertson and Matip in no man's land, and the Napoli player Llorente, I think, who came on as a substitute, scored the second goal, and Liverpool had the chances to win this. Firmino also, in some very, very good, promising situations, mistimed his pass. Or at one point, Koulibaly intercepted a Firmino pass. If that pass is successful, then Liverpool are in. So it's an incredibly, incredibly frustrating defeat, because I felt that Liverpool played much better than last season, where we didn't even have one shot on target away at Napoli. And this time it's an even heavier defeat, and I feel it's a little bit undeserved for Napoli, but I have to give them credit. They were very, very good going forward. They took their chances. Liverpool didn't defend badly for the first 78 minutes, I will be honest, but Napoli hit us on the counter-attack, and Robertson makes a silly foul. It was kind of naive defending. You have to expect Callejon to cut inside and to look for the foul, and Robertson didn't get the ball, and Callejon falls over his leg, and the referee gives a penalty. It was a soft penalty, but some referees give those, and the VAR will only overturn mistakes that are clear and obvious by the referee. And this was a penalty that, we have to be honest, it can be given. If it was on the other side of the pitch, and if Liverpool had this situation, I would have been screaming for a penalty. So I think the penalty was the right decision, and Mertens scores, but Adrian made almost a big save again from the penalty, but Mertens' shot was just too strong, and Mertens had two good chances. I thought Insigne was very quiet, but he came back from an injury. He was substituted also in the second half, and I felt that Liverpool's front three, Mane, Salah and Firmino, had this game in the palm of their hands, but they just weren't clinical enough. I can't really criticize them too much, because time and time again they are carrying Liverpool. But we have to be honest, when they have an off day, and I'm not saying they had an off day, they had a little bit of a quieter day, but of course Napoli away, one of the toughest games in European football right now. Napoli at home can beat any team really. They are a very, very dangerous side, and last season Napoli was very unlucky not to qualify to the knockout stages of the Champions League, so they really wanted revenge after Liverpool knocked them out in the Champions League group stages on goal difference. So I think Napoli probably slightly deserved to win this game, just because they took their chances and Liverpool didn't. And I'm absolutely furious and livid, especially with Mane, Salah and Firmino, because on another day they make the right decision in front of goal, and Liverpool really could have and probably should have won this game on the balance of play. So I'm a little bit emotional, so correct me if I'm wrong in some of my assessments, some of my analysis. The game just finished and I'm uploading this straight after the game for your enjoyment. But I was fuming when Liverpool conceded that penalty, because even during the commentary, when I was commentating for the Fanzone live reactions video that will be out tomorrow, I was saying when Liverpool kept missing chance after chance after chance in the second half, we had a spell of 20 minutes where we were dominating, we had the ball, we kept passing it around, we were creating openings. Napoli were really under a lot of pressure at home. And I kept saying, I had this feeling when Liverpool kept missing glorious chances that against Napoli, you can't afford to do that. They are a clinical team who will punish you if you don't punish them for their mistakes. For example, Manolas, his clearance ended up straight into Salah's path, and at that point I have no complaints. Salah really precisely shoots towards the bottom far corner, but the goalkeeper Mere, who made his Champions League debut just like Adrian, made a world-class save. But in other instances where Salah was running at a defender, he really, at one point he should have paused his shot, it was blocked. At another point, he really should have aimed at the far corner, he shot near post, it went wide. So these are the kind of small instances where I feel Liverpool really had the game in the palm of their hands, but we just weren't clinical enough, weren't ruthless enough, and Liverpool have to learn, and learn quickly. Of course, we have Salzburg and Genk in our group, so on paper Liverpool should beat those two teams home and away, but we know that football doesn't work like that. And Salzburg, I heard that they won against Genk, probably. I heard their striker scored 2 goals. I haven't checked the results yet, but probably Salzburg won, and I think we play Salzburg next at Anfield, and that's already a big pressure game, because if Liverpool don't win that, we have 1 or 0 points from 2 games, and then it will be really an uphill struggle. And this is exactly the scenario that we didn't want to happen. Last season we lost all 3 group games away from home. Even before that we lost to Roma away from home. We lost in the knockout stages to Barcelona away from home, and then we lose to Napoli again away from home. Just an incredibly infuriating defeat. Let me know what you think. Liverpool need to learn to be a lot more clinical, a lot more ruthless. It's a familiar story. Last season we actually didn't play well against Napoli at all, but this season I think we actually played much better than last season. But ironically, we are losing by 2 goals to 0, and both goals were actually gifts from Liverpool to Napoli. It's very difficult to take this defeat, because I don't think Napoli were that good. I don't think they played really well in the second half, but Liverpool were the architects of their own downfall. We missed chance after chance after chance in the second half. Mane was running with Salah, 2-on-1 defender, and we messed that up. Salah had a chance where the goalkeeper made a world-class save, so that was okay. Firmino also had some chances where he scuffed his shot or his final pass was intercepted by Koulibaly. So it's an incredibly frustrating, incredibly difficult defeat to take, and it's done now. It's done. 2-0 Napoli, and Liverpool once again are in a big trouble in the group. I'm not saying that Liverpool won't qualify, but now we are really under pressure in the next game to pick up the 3 points at home. I think we are playing Salzburg, correct me if I'm wrong, but Liverpool are really under big pressure now to get a big win in that one. Otherwise we could be facing elimination if we don't pick ourselves up and we don't pick up the ruthless edge that helped Liverpool to 97 points and to the Champions League final. Liverpool were ruthless in many games last season, and this season this is the first game I think where I sensed that Liverpool were maybe a little bit too comfortable in possession. We weren't clinical in front of goal. We weren't clinical with our last pass in front of goal, with our last shot. I mean, the biggest mistake was, in my opinion, that Mane messed up the pass when he was running with Salah on just one defender. And if Mane passes the ball in a more correct and accurate manner, then Salah has basically an open, clear chance at goal with just the goalkeeper to beat. So I think that Mane has to take some of the blame, but also Salah had some chances where he shot wide. And this is, oh my goodness, this is such an agonizing, frustrating, incredibly frustrating and incredibly harsh defeat on Liverpool. But this is the Champions League. This is, you know, Napoli are one of the best teams in Europe, and Liverpool only did like 90% today. We weren't at 100%, and we got punished. And in the Champions League, you can't punish like that. What is incredibly frustrating, in my opinion, is that Liverpool knew that this game will be like this. We knew that Napoli will mostly defend and then hit us on the counter-attack, and Liverpool knew that we won't have a lot of chances to score. But still, Liverpool didn't learn from last season, where we lost all away games in the group stage, and that run continues, which is incredible. After winning in Bayern Munich and in Munich and in Porto, we lost to Barcelona away from home, we lost to Napoli away from home twice now, we lost to Red Star Belgrade and we lost to Paris Saint-Germain, and before that we even lost to Roma. So that's not a good run. If you just take into account the games in Italy, we lost to Roma, then we lost to Napoli twice. So 3 games, 3 defeats in Italy away from home for Liverpool, and I'm just, as you can see, incredibly annoyed and incredibly frustrated by this defeat. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this. See you later, guys. Goodbye.